Okay, we are doing numerology and astrology for April 2nd, 2020. If you add all those numbers up, you get the number 10. The 10 is the number of power and radiance. It's about leadership. It's about standing up for yourself, and you can either collapse the 10 and pull it into a 1, which makes it about humility and it'll make you feel more like a victim and contracted. But you can turn it into individuality and strength of purpose and direction and, feeling empowered. And I think in life, there's always these moments that we can choose to be empowered or we can choose to be disempowered. I personally prefer to always choose to be empowered to the best of my ability. And that does not mean there are not moments that we get really down and out, but we have each other. And that's why we are on social media, that we have each other to help each other, to lift each other up. No, you're not going crazy. No, this will not last forever. Yes, there will be a change, and you can feel the change. I mean, you can really feel the tide turning. It's turning as we speak, and you are a part of that turn. You staying inside, you focusing on yourself, you healing yourself, giving yourself a chance to heal, because things are changing, and we have to change with them. And there's not so much that can be positive in this moment as the changes required allow us to have to do sort of a global reset, and that can massively correct the horrific atrocities that humanity has done to this world. And this is a small price to pay, I think, for what we have done to nature and what we have done to animals and humanity. And so I really want us to take that realization that the universe can hit us much harder than this, and in all truth, it's giving us a chance to rest and regroup. And so let's take this day as the number 110, which is about standing up in our power and not letting it collapse us. So while this is the beginning, it is a correction. This correction is going to take decades. At least it is starting. Move with that global shift. It's always easier if you are in the center of the flow than like scratching at the edges trying to get out of the water. And I go, right now we are in a very strong flow of energy, and you might as well just sit back and float and let it take you somewhere. And you may not know where you're going. I don't think any of us know exactly where we're going, but that's going to be the joy and the excitement about it. All right. The moon is in emotional Cancer until the afternoon, at which point it goes into the powerfully expressive sign of Leo. Make sure you emotionally take care of yourself and your responsibilities to yourself. And, make sure that you are in agreement between your emotional self and your responsible self and get those two together. Know that many small things can go off or wrong. Notice what is pulling you away from a particular project that really needs your attention. The Cancer moon opposes Jupiter, and this can set some people off in relationship to the government and the authorities speaking out of the two sides of their mouth. It can even be more noticeable than it was, and you recognize that authorities have continuously put the public at risk by downplaying the dangers right now, of this virus. So there's a lot of shifting going on here that is going to have a consequence, and it's an unfortunate consequence, but clearly we still haven't learned a lesson. The moon opposes Pluto, and this adds intensity to an already horrible karmic journey. Some may feel dejected and severely inhibited. These feelings are not going away anytime soon. Be aware that indulging in eating all the ice cream is not really going to make you feel better. Okay, so this aspect can make illnesses explode, which is my concern in relationship to the coronavirus. And so I expect the numbers for the coronavirus to grow exponentially on the second forward for a couple of weeks. The moon in Cancer sextiles Venus in Taurus. Remember that love is shown through your reliability, adaptability, and kindness under pressure. When the moon goes into Leo, your confidence should increase and your focus shift from internal to external. So go outside, make the garden great, take a walk, give yourself a run, huff and puff a little bit, get your heart going. We need to kind of feel like we're moving a little bit. The Leo moon will oppose Saturn in Aquarius, and this tends to cause a lot of depression and melancholy. Dissatisfaction with authorities is also going to continue to grow, and that's going to actually just kind of keep going for a bit here. The Leo moon opposes Mars in Aquarius, so belligerence is definitely growing. Strain in intimacy is accelerating. Repressed feelings are surfacing. Be careful what you let out of your mouth. Passions want to get out of control. Remember, blaming is not going to get you anywhere under these circumstances. Then the moon in Leo is squaring Uranus and Taurus. This continues to create emotional irritability as the electrical energies kind of go over the top and make people really anxious. And moods shift moment by moment. Love is going to feel quirky and intense. Do not do anything that leads to harm for yourself or anyone else, because tensions are going to continue to rise. This process is going to take months, not days, and you're going to have to pace yourself. Okay. Now, my quote for the day, I basically, because John Prine has been in the hospital, and he's just a wonderful musician, and what a sweet, sweet person. I'm doing a little quote that's a tribute to him. And so recognize, everybody, I'm not a singer. And so you just kind of have to bear with me as I do this. And this is my little tribute to John Prine, hoping that he gets well. The world continues to go around, humanity goes up and down, frowns will pull you into the ground, that's the way the world goes round. You look at life and it confounds, you want all things to be profound, the sun is always westward bound, that's the way the world goes round. You hope humanity will come around, you believe a dream can get off the ground, the world seems to be a merry-go-round, that's the way the world goes round. You dream of freedom to fool around, life seems to be a battleground, you hope the economy will rebound, that's the way the world goes round. In the silence you hear a sound, your fear inside is tightly wound, you hope that joy can still be found, that's the way the world goes round. Problems will forever compound, music will still uplift and astound, this life will leave you spellbound, that's the way the world goes round. Thank you, John Prine. And that's my little gift for you for today, singing. Okay, have to do something crazy, right? Every once in a while. So that was my crazy thing today. All right, my blog for the day is sort of a poem. I was kind of on a roll today, you can see. So this is what happens when you have tons of time. All right, so we are in a time where compassion is the key to real growth. We are in a time where stress must be released through stillness. We are in a time where life is drastically changing. We are in a time where you recognize that you do not have control. Some deal with such times well. Some deal with such times confronting internal fears. Some deal with this by going within. Some deal with this by being creative. Regardless, art is the way to find the joy and keep fear at bay. All choices you must carefully weigh. We are learning to meet each other halfway. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for putting up with my singing. You guys have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.